In Hebrews chapter 1, the writer starts out with these words. God, after he spoke long ago to the fathers in the prophets in many portions and in many ways, in these last days has spoken to us in his Son, whom he appointed heir of all things, through whom also he made the world. And he is the radiance of his glory and the exact representation of his nature, and upholds all things by the word of his power. I love that imagery there, that reminder that God has spoken to us through the prophets, that God spoke to people before Christ through the prophets. He spoke to our fathers in the faith through the prophets. But in this last day in which the writer was writing, he said that God spoke to us in his Son. And that was his final word to us, that Christ came to represent God exactly, to be fully God, to have all of the characteristics of God in his body. And he says, he is the exact representation of his nature, and he upholds all things by the word of his power. And I hope that's what you'll take away today, that Jesus, who came from heaven, who was born as a baby, who grew up to be a man, who died on the cross, who conquering death rose again, is the same Christ who upholds all things today by the word of his power. You may be feeling like life is falling apart a little bit. You may be feeling kind of at loose ends, but be reminded that Jesus, who loved you enough to die for you, is upholding all things by that same power that rose him from the dead and conquered death forever. He's upholding us. Let's hold on to that truth.